YouTube, what's up? Zachary Immortal here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today, we're jumping back into the world of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to take a look at 8 updates that I think need to come to Black Ops 4 in order to improve the overall quality of the game. Keep in mind, this list is solely based off of my experience in game, and it is all personal preference. I should also preface that none of these updates have been confirmed as official, and as it stands right now, they're simply just a quote-unquote wish list, if you will. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these 8 updates that I think Black Ops 4 seriously needs. Number 1 is going to be TDM 100 as a permanent game mode. We've experimented with TDM 100 in the past, and personally, I really enjoyed it. Then we also experimented with TDM 85, which definitely was better than regular TDM, but I still think I enjoyed TDM 100 a little bit more. And now currently within Black Ops 4, we're back to regular old TDM, which has a kill threshold of 75, which flat out the games just end too quickly when the score limit, or the kill limit rather, is 75 kills. When you bump that kill threshold up to 85 then, and during TDM 85, the games did last a little bit longer, but I still feel like I was left wanting more at the end of each match. When we did have TDM 100 in the game though, I felt like that was the perfect balance for the team deathmatch game mode. In regular old TDM, where the game ends at 75 kills, if you're doing well in building up streaks, the game is already going to go by pretty quickly. Then if you add on top of that some teammates that are also good and also building up streaks, the games are over in just a few minutes. But if you take that to TDM 100, where you have an extra 25 kills to go through, suddenly it feels like even if you and your team are doing well in a match, the games actually still last a decent amount of time, making it just more enjoyable for everyone involved. Moving on to the second update that I think Black Ops 4 needs at this point in the game is the return of NUKETOWN 24/7 as a permanent playlist as well. When NUKETOWN initially launched on PlayStation 4, then on Xbox and PC, we did have the NUKETOWN 24/7 playlist for I think roughly a week. And then we also saw the appearance of Hardcore NUKETOWN 24/7, which was still fun, but definitely not as enjoyable as regular NUKETOWN 24/7, at least in my own opinion. To me, Hardcore NUKETOWN was still fun, but let's be honest, the Titan spray and pray around every single corner got to be a little bit annoying at some point. So a regular NUKETOWN 24/7 playlist returning to the game is something that I definitely would like to see. I believe back in Black Ops 3, NUKETOWN 24/7 was a featured playlist for the majority of the game's lifespan, and even in Black Ops 3 Year 2, NUKETOWN 24/7 still seemed to be a pretty popular thing, as I remember constantly playing NUKETOWN in that game because it was hands down my favorite map. So here in BO4, I would love to see NUKETOWN 24/7 return as a permanent playlist. The third update that I think Black Ops 4 needs right now is the addition of gold, diamond, and dark matter camos in Blackout for use on all multiplayer weapons. Blackout and multiplayer have had a pretty interesting relationship, at least in the past couple of days, and pretty much ever since the weapon camo update went live in Blackout just a couple of days ago. Initially, when that update went live, all the specialist characters in Blackout were automatically unlocked for everyone, and we got the new numbers outfits available in both multiplayer and Blackout. However, then like 24 hours later, Treyarch removed the numbers outfit from multiplayer and made it a Blackout exclusive. But now, the numbers outfit is back in multiplayer, and it's just like they're giving and taking and giving and taking, and I don't know what's gonna stand permanent anymore, but I feel like if Blackout has exclusive specialist outfits, such as the numbers outfit, and it's available in multiplayer, I feel like the multiplayer exclusive camos, like gold, diamond, and dark matter, should also be available in Blackout. And personally, if I grinded out dark matter in multiplayer, I would love to show it off in Blackout when I'm playing in that mode as well, and I feel like all the other people who've gotten dark matter here in BO4 would agree with that statement. So hopefully gold, diamond, and dark matter will eventually be updated into the Blackout game mode so we can use them there as well. Continuing on with the list, the fourth update that I feel like Black Ops 4 needs right now is a BAREBONES playlist that features no specialists whatsoever. That means no specialist weapons, no specialist abilities, and no specialist equipment. While it is obvious that multiplayer is heavily focused around specialists and their equipment, abilities, and weapons, I feel like the game would still flow pretty well without them in it. I feel like it basically just mean less deaths to things like the Tempest or Annihilator or Mesh Mines or the Dog or whatever else, and I feel like that is something that anyone who's playing Black Ops 4 right now is not going to be upset about. No one is going to come out of a match saying, dang it, I wish I died 2 more times to a Tempest that match. That would have really made the experience much better for me. No one is saying that, and I feel like a BAREBONES playlist would be super fun to experiment in and just see what Black Ops 4 could potentially play like without specialists involved. The fifth update that I feel like Black Ops 4 could use right now is the addition of some sort of contract system. something that could reward you with maybe some extra tier skips, maybe some COD points, or even some new weapon variants. While World War II didn't end up being the greatest Call of Duty, as it did die out relatively quickly, something that I will give to Sledgehammer is their contract system that they implemented, because honestly it was what kept me coming back to the game every single day. Knowing that I could earn a DLC weapon just by, finishing 100 games or getting a certain amount of kills, to me was really rewarding, and I'd love to see a similar system implemented to Black Ops 4 here inside of the black market. Perhaps you could do something like play 100 matches in a week and earn some new weapon variant, or get 250 kills using a shotgun and earn a new MOG 12 variant, something along the lines of that. I feel like a contract system or even a direct challenge system that rewards you directly with bonus in-game content is something that a lot of players, myself included, would really enjoy. The sixth thing I think that Black Ops 4 needs to be updated with is party games. It's something that we've seen in the past, and I feel like Call of Duty now more than ever is trying its hardest to appeal to the casual player, and party games are about as casual as it gets. Of course, we have seen Gun Game and Blackjack's Gun Game so far in Black Ops 4, but they're not permanent game modes, as they do get flipped around within the featured playlist category. Alongside Gun Game or Blackjack's Gun Game, a few other game modes that we could see in a potential party games playlist could include One in the Chamber, maybe Infected, and perhaps even Sticks and Stones. Although we would need some sort of crossbow or something for that game mode, but hey, crossbow DLC weapon, I could totally see it happening. In general though, I feel like party games are a fun way to just casually play Call of Duty. It allows you to earn XP and level up in just a much more relaxed way compared to playing something like Hardpoint or Domination or even Team Deathmatch. So maybe sometime in the near future, party games can finally be a thing in Black Ops 4. Moving on, the seventh update that I feel like Black Ops 4 needs right now, and honestly something that it needed when the game initially launched, is global combat records and global leaderboards. There are a lot of people out there who really do care about where they stand on the leaderboard ranking. For instance, Korean, he's one of the biggest YouTubers right now in terms of Call of Duty content, and for years now he's been one that's always stood atop the leaderboards, and it's something that he's avidly made content about on his YouTube channel. So the fact that here in Black Ops 4 we really don't have a working leaderboard system is definitely a deterrent for some players. I'm personally not huge on caring about where I stand on the leaderboard rankings, although it is interesting to see where I do compare to the rest of the world. As I mentioned, global combat records would also be a pretty beneficial feature to add to the game, especially when determining whether or not you want to stay in a specific lobby. For instance, if you join a match of TDM and see that there's going to be a 6th prestige, an 8th prestige, and maybe a 9th prestige on the enemy team, you're probably going to be a little bit less inclined to play against them because they're pretty high levels in the game. However, if you were able to go in beforehand and take a look at their combat record and see what their stats were like, and you found out that maybe the 10th prestige or the 8th prestige or whatever only has like a 0.6 KD and he's not that great of a player, maybe then you'd actually stay in the lobby because you know that he's not that big of a threat. Compared to right now in Black Ops 4, you can really only determine how good a specific player is based off of their level. You really don't have a way of knowing if they're a good player or not unless you've previously played with them. So when determining how good the players on your team or the enemy team are, a combat record system would definitely come in handy. And like I mentioned, the public combat record system and the global leaderboard system probably should have came with Black Ops 4 when the game launched back in October, seeing as most Call of Duty titles in the past have had both of those features come with the game upon a launch. Now to wrap up our list, we have our 8th and final update that I would hope to see come to Black Ops 4 sometime soon, and that is the ability to have your specialist customization saved throughout prestiging. As I'm sure at least a few of you guys know, if you prestige right now in Black Ops 4, you have to go through and reset all of your individual specialist customization options every single time you prestige, which I'm not gonna lie, this is not some huge game-breaking issue, but at the same time, it is a minor inconvenience. I mean, every single time you go in and prestige right now, you have to redo all of your individual specialist outfits, gestures, and tags. And if you're someone like me who really does enjoy the customization options in this game, the fact that I have to go in and individually redo all of my unique specialist outfits and sets of tags and gestures is annoying at the very least. Thankfully, now that I am Master Prestige, I don't really have to worry about this issue anymore, but when I was grinding out those levels and prestiges constantly, the last thing that I wanted to do when I reset back to level 1 was going back in and re-customizing each one of my individual specialists. And that concludes the list. Those are 8 updates that I personally think Black Ops 4 definitely needs sometime in the near future. Do you guys agree with this list? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a big old thumbs up, slap that like button, it would be much appreciated. And if you are brand new here to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe with your channel notifications turned on, that way you never miss another upload. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.